What is good, everybody, and welcome back to another My Damn Toys video. Today we have a very special and in-depth, informal video for you guys. And I know in the last few days we covered the room tour. I showed you around the entire room. I showed you my full figure collection. I showed you how to build the backstage area. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how to build your own WWE figure arena. I'm going to take you through every step that it takes to build this thing that we have in front of you right here. I put a lot of effort into this, and it doesn't have to, you don't have to put all the detail and all the stuff that I put into mine, but this is just to give you an in-depth look at how to build this on your own if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and get straight into this, because I want to make sure that I get everything covered for you guys so you guys can build this on your own. Alright guys, so starting out first, the table. The table is probably one of the most important parts because you want to make sure that you have enough length and width on the thing. You know, it stretches all the way back to the wall right there. I'm not even sure how long it is, but there is two of them. If you'll look right here, you'll notice that it is split in two. There are two of them. So it goes all the way to the backstage. You see, I'm not even exactly sure the measurements of this table, but you are going to need at least the length probably from there. I mean, you could shorten it up a little bit, but I wanted to give mine the most realistic feel, so I did lengthen mine up, and then I added the backstage area, of course. But the width, I believe this ring is 20 by 20 or 20 and a half by 20 and a half, so you definitely want to have enough room on this side and this side over here. Honestly, I would love to have a wider table so I could have more room on each side of the ring so I don't have to move it around all the time. However, you can just make sure it's you probably want to have about 28 inches in width for your table. And then as far as length goes, you probably want to have at least, I'd want to say 50 to 60 inches in length of your table or your setup. A lot of people do it on the floor. If you do it on the floor, then you probably don't have a lot of problems, because all you have to do is just find a good space on the floor and it'll work out perfect for you. But if you have a table, make sure that that is the dimensions of it. So moving on to the next portion, I get a lot of questions on what I use for my mats on the floor, and this is just poster board. So you go to the dollar store, you can buy like 7 of them for under $10. These thin poster boards, you know, just a regular project school one, and I stack them on top of each other. Sorry about that, I'm a little cold right now, so I'm battling with some cough issues, but you'll see back there they end in the backstage, the black. It goes all the way down, and I just laid them out, and they cover the table well, and they give it an official look. I don't like the mat from ringside because it's sort of bulky and the figures are hard to stand on it. This is a flat surface. You know, you can lay it down flat and put all your barricades and everything on it, and it will lay flat for you. So that is what I put on the thing, but it does get dusty, and if you're using sticky tack or whatever, it will stain it sometimes, but I think that gives it more of a realistic, dirty arena feel. So, yeah, that is the mat. So now we can move on to better things. So getting into the ring. The ring is my favorite part of mine, but this is just the Jakks ring from Wrestling Superstore, or at least this is a complete copy of that ring. And it's a pretty good ring. It's sort of cheaply made, but it only costs you $40. So if you want a cheap and pretty well-made ring, go with that one. I used to have 2 of them. The one down here, you see, it is all busted up and stuff, and that is because it was like it had a lot of quality control issues, and it did bust on me. But this is what I use for MDT Live and Vindication. I threw the custom ring skirt on there, and this is from a website. I can't even remember. I'll have to find that, and I may leave a link in the description below so you can go make your own. But they helped me out a ton to make the Vindication and My Damn Toys Live aprons. I put the ringside exclusive pink ropes on there, you know, to tie it all together. But this is a really well made ring for the most part. I know I did get the busted up one, but I think it's held up well for all of our shows, and I do love this ring, and I think it is very good for the price point on it. And they don't charge you $100. It's only $40, so that is really good. You can probably get it on Amazon for like $40 shipped, so that's really good about the ring. The crowd. Getting into the crowd, what I do is I literally took a bunch of random basic figures in my collection, and some elites, there are some elites in there, but if you get into your basics, and I just literally put a bunch of different parts. If you look closely, you'll probably see a bunch of random people on different bodies. Like, look at that Hulk Hogan on Christian right there. So yeah, what I did was just put random heads on random bodies, and then I went through my my clothing drawer, my rubber clothes, my regular clothes, and just covered them up and then threw them in the crowd, and I think it works well. There are some in there that probably should be on the shelf, like that Elite Four Finley in the back right there, but that is what gives you a realistic crowd feel. I wish that they all didn't look like wrestlers, But, you know, it totally works for me, and I love the illusion that it creates. It really looks like a real arena, so I'm very happy with the way the crowd looks. Alright, now we're going to get into the crowd that is not physical. You know, it's the picture background that I use, and if you notice, it's not the Extreme Sets one. I'm not a fan of that crowd because it is, like, really cartoony, and I'm not a big fan of it, so what I did was went on Google and printed off a picture of the WWE crowd from Money in the Bank Chicago, I believe. It's got, like, CM Punk chilling in the middle of the ring, I think. And I cropped out the ring, I cropped out like the little HD WWE logo in the corner, and then I sized it up, and I went on to, I think it was Office Depot, went onto their website and put it on a poster background, and then I took some poster board. I don't know if you can see right here, this black poster board. I Mod Podged it to the black poster board, and then I clipped it together with these little clips so it would, you know, press down to it, and then I tacked these into the wall. So right here you will see they're tacked onto the wall, and they work out pretty well. I love the way my crowd looks, and honestly, if I had to go back and do it again, it's a really difficult process. So if you don't want to go through all this and have this realistic crowd background, I definitely suggest going to Extreme Sets. I believe they are releasing a new updated version that I'll probably invest in myself just so I can get rid of this and it won't be so hard to set up. But they're releasing a new version of that background, and I think it'll be a lot better than the first version. So that is the background. Alright guys, now we're going to get into the barricade, and the barricade's really weird because if you'll notice, it is not just set up like it normally is. It's not just a regular setup. How it comes on the back of the box, I sort of made my own version. Like, I used to have the Timekeepers area, but I wanted to change up my crowd a little bit, so I did. I don't have it complete. Like, there's no point in that. That way I can get in here and pose around and stuff. So I don't have it completely all the way around. So what I did was use the extra pieces to create my own custom barricade going around to create this V shape for the entrance right here. More of a Y shape, if anything, but that's what I did for the barricade. It is the ringside exclusive barricade. So I guess you can go over there and pick that one up. I'm not sure if there's another option out there. So definitely pick up the ringside one. That does a lot of good for me. I appreciate it. I think they're realistic. I think they look good. And it creates a realistic feel. So I definitely recommend getting the ringside exclusive barricade playset. Getting into my favorite part of the arena probably, besides the ring and the stage, which are probably, you know, the center points of the arena, is the announcers area. And before I cover that, I want to tell you guys, if you do not have the money to pick up the ringside exclusive barricade playset, definitely use VHS tapes. I know they're not the most authentic looking thing, but they definitely work, and I've seen them in other feds, and I think they do really well. You could also use the Guardrail NXT playset, or go over to Wrestling Superstore and use their guardrails. You can pick up a lot of them for really cheap. So that is another option you have if you don't want barricades. You can totally go with guardrails. But getting into this timekeeper / announcers area, I just use a black table with the MDT chairs, and then this chair is sitting here for the Extreme Rules match between RVD and Jack Swagger that I've still yet to film. But I'm getting there, guys, I promise. Just been really busy, but I wanted to show you guys how to make this arena. So what I did was take two ringside exclusive announce tables, and I got Curb Stomp City custom decals to make me some custom My Damn Toys Live logos so that I could, you know, put those on there, and they really look official. I love the way they look. If anything, I would love to make them pink instead of black, but I still think they contrast well. And we also have the, you know, announcers right here. I am waiting on my figure from BEW so that I can take over for Michael Cole and commentary for the Pick Fed, and that is my brother sitting beside me, and then we have the Spanish announce table over there, and we did use the ringside exclusive announce table headphones or whatever that come on those, and this is just a bunch of accessories. So now I believe we have covered everything except for the stage, and now I can get into that. What I did basically was took some poster board, some foam poster board from the dollar store again. I took two black ones, two full-size black ones. I cut the shape out of this. If you'll notice, it's like a Y shape, and I cut that out, put some pink duct tape on the edges to give it some pink in there because I didn't want it all solid black. I took some other silver reflected poster board and put the MDT on there for MDT Live, and then these two triangle pieces I cut out as well. Took some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby or something like that. They were pink, and I plugged those in there as well, and put that on the bottom half. And then I took a MDT Live logo and plugged that right there. I'd like to put another one right here, but I have not gotten around to doing that just yet. But that's pretty much the stage. I will cover this back here. This pink part, let me walk around right here so you guys can see. This pink part that you're seeing behind the Titantron, I wanted to create that right there. And that is just the same piece of paper that is right here, but I put it on the back poster board. So you'll see it sits on the table and it wraps around just like that. And then on the other side I put the pink as well. And then the Titantron and the back little part right here is, I believe this is the stage platform for one of the playsets. You'll see that it does crash in right there where the entrance ramp goes on that playset. And then this is the John Cena entrance ramp that released, and I just took some green poster board and put that over the entire thing. I didn't want the red things on the sides, so I just made a great big Jumbotron. And then if you'll go behind these little triangle pieces, you will see these Superman cups. And I use that to stand them, and I cannot tell you guys how many times me, my wife, my brother, whoever comes in here, and they will literally, they'll bump this or they'll bump that or whatever, and this will fall, and this all right here will just knock over. It'll knock over the entire crowd right here. Very, very frustrating. I would love to have something that, you know, doesn't knock over, but it does from time to time, so definitely be careful if you do this exact same setup. But I love this arena. I love the way it came out, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you learned something from it. I know it was a lot of talking, a lot of explaining. I may have talked a little fast, but I hope you guys did enjoy it, and hopefully you did. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Comment down below what you think of this, if you want to try making your own arena. If you do, please send me a DM message of it on Instagram, and I will definitely shout you out. Subscribe for more epic WWE and WWE figure related videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.